From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo. Canada Post says the mail will start moving again tomorrow morning as striking postal workers return to work for the first time in a month.
The federal government had been pushing for the strike to end, with Labour Minister Stephen McKinnon directing the Canada Industrial Relations Board to order the 55,000 workers back within days if the tribunal found a deal couldn't be reached by year's end. Canada Post said Sunday night after 2 days of hearings over the weekend, an impasse was declared. It says union members have been ordered back to work under their existing deal, which has been extended until May to allow bargaining to continue. Canada Post says in the meantime, it's agreed with the union to put in a 5% wage increase, retroactive to the day after collective agreements expired. David Bowles, The Canadian Press.
It appears another Trudeau cabinet minister is exiting federal politics. A senior government official says Housing Minister and Nova Scotia MP Sean Fraser will not be running in the next federal election for family reasons. He's expected to address his decision today. The same day, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is scheduled to chair a cabinet meeting, and hours before the Liberals will deliver their fall economic statement. Health officials in the Gaza Strip say the death toll from the 14-month war between Israel and Hamas militants has topped 45,000 people. The Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry does not distinguish between civilians and combatants in its count, but it has said that more than half of the fatalities are women and children. The Israeli military says it has killed more than 17,000 militants without providing evidence. Mounties in Squamish, BC say emergency crews have recovered the body of one of the two people who may have been home after their residence was hit by the same mudslide that closed the sea-to-sky highway between Vancouver and Whistler. The search continues for a second person still unaccounted for. Quebec has paid out just 9 of the nearly 2,000 claims it received from Montreal residents whose properties were damaged when the remnants of Hurricane Debbie hit the province in August. Janice Donnelly, who lives in the Montreal suburb of Dorval, says she applied to the Quebec Disaster Assistance Program when she heard the government might expand financial aid to flood victims. But she was refused after it became clear the rules for the program had not actually changed, and her sewer backup would not be covered.
I just don't understand why they would come across as if they were going to help everybody. It's almost like false advertising.
And Dick Van Dyke has 99 reasons to celebrate, and one extra for his Good Samaritans. The beloved actor just marked his 99th birthday Friday. He lives in Malibu, where fast-spreading wildfires were sweeping through on Tuesday. Using his own hose to douse his house, the Hollywood legend says he was overcome by the heat when his neighbors and firefighters rushed in.
I couldn't get up, and they had to pick me up and carry me to the car.
This is the Canadian Press. In sports, John Tavares scored 3 times as the Toronto Maple Leafs fought back from 2 goals down to beat the Buffalo Sabres 5-3. Leafs head coach Craig Berube was asked about the 34-year-old alternate captain's output, which is already up to 15 goals this season.
He works at his game constantly, even at this age, and he's still doing a great job.
Connor Bedard scored with 54 seconds left to help Chicago beat the Islanders 5-3. In football, Josh Allen ran for 2 touchdowns in the first quarter and threw 2 TD passes in the second half, leading the Buffalo Bills to a 48-42 victory over the Detroit Lions that snapped the Lions' franchise record 11-game win streak. The NFC North leading Lions loss gives Minnesota a chance to pull into a tie for the division lead with a win against Chicago tonight. The Green Bay Packers ended Seattle's 4-game winning streak with a victory over the Seahawks, who lost quarterback Geno Smith to a knee injury. From the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.